met with nobody this week, casting Weekend Smackdown. Again, I'll tell you, this is game 1 of the bracket. We're gonna be seeing this against Tiger and Hamadou. Every match this week's gonna get played on Yucatan, so you'll get to learn this map a little bit more, and it'll be nice to see something different. All right, so I'll go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
My name is Nobody. This is my first Weekend Smackdown, and I believe this is the 5th week of Weekend Smackdown, correct, Willis?
I believe so. Losing track.
So, pretty exciting. We have some high. This is 0 rate. The rating for this tournament is going to be 0 to 2,300. Some of the players that we have that are in the higher rating spectrum are going to be Dracont, I believe, Kong Forever, and is Patriot playing today?
I don't believe I saw his name, but we will check. Just an FYI for anybody, we've got there's admins running in the background. They're a big help always. So every now and then they pop it in chat and make sure we keep the name straight of who's playing and things like that. And hi, Descript.
Anyway, so it looks like this is going to be a best of 1 between these players. Winner, of course, moves on to the next round until we finally have a winner. I believe there's 11 or 12 entrants into this week's SmackDown. So we'll be seeing quite a few games on Yucatan, and we can talk a little bit about the map to start out with. We have Yucatan's best known for having a lot of food on the map. Obviously, both players have 2 berries bushes, at least 8 or 9 or even 10 turkeys in some places, multiple boars, and fish for each player as well.
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely get an extremely strong food bonus going. As you see Hamadou going for the Mongols, going for that faster, more efficient hunt that he'll be trying to take advantage of, whether that be boar or deer, both of which there is plenty to use. Well, so why don't we give these players a little bit of deduction? Tiger here, he went for Ethiopians this time. His map, I don't think we have to worry about too much rushing here. Not always. Yucatan's a little bit more closed off. You're usually tucked away. There's the water helps slow the game down a little bit. And yourself, nobody. What do you see?
I know, I haven't seen too many Yucatan matches, but I think Yucatan comes in 2 flavors. The first one is the one where the river runs through the middle, and that tends to be a lot more closed off. And the second type is without the river, which tends to be a little bit more open. So it can really vary, and you, of course, don't know which version you're going to get. Oh, my gosh. Looks like Tiger's trying to pick off one of these villagers from Hamadou, who doesn't have a loom quite yet, but that's not going to be successful.
Yeah, those 3 villagers here, they're able to push that scout away. How much damage? Only got 1 or 2 hits in. Not too big of a deal. But yeah, Hamadou is already going out there, going after the deer, but I can't tell. Oh, the villagers were maybe going after the... making sure to clear up that jaguar before it became an issue. I was wondering where they were headed. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of deer.
They really wanted to kill that jaguar, make sure it didn't get into any of the deer. But Hamadou has just set his gather point such that all of his villagers are kind of a little bit idle here. So a little bit of a tip: usually you only want to send 3 or at max 4 villagers for 1 deer patch. So that's a little bit excessive because eventually the deer will run out, and there are some saturation issues when you have so many villagers onto 1 deer.
It's going to be way too much. If anybody wants to know, when you go for 4, it's because then it's the least amount of rotting, and the villagers will be able to carry the whole deer back in 1 trip. None of them will have to get up and leave across that entire deer. So only that helps out. Now we notice Tiger's already going for some walling. He walled off that left, we'll call it a land bridge, how you want to say it, the connection there. And then he didn't go for the same wall on the right. A little confusing. Oh, because there actually happens to be 2 more land bridges. But he's definitely thinking, I just want to completely close off my side of the map and play this out.
Yeah, it looks like Tiger, I would just guess from this move, is more familiar with the meta of Yucatan. It plays a little bit like Black Forest sometimes, in that the walls are pretty important early on. You don't want to prevent any aggression early on. And Hamadou is actually going for a very fast feudal. Typical of the Mongols, but not very typical on this map. I wonder if he's going to get a dock early up and maybe go for a galley rush? I don't know.
It's possible.
Or early transport, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see what he's thinking. He does have his scout on the other side of the map, so he's able to take a peek at Tiger. What do I think? He's going
Willis, did I lose you?
Oh no, sorry. The stream could hear me, you couldn't. Sorry about that. I don't think he's thinking too much military just yet. He's super heavy on food. So if anything, he'd be going scouts, but he hasn't dropped a barracks yet. So we'll see from him. Maybe he's thinking Castle Age and just off by a little bit. We'll see what kind of decisions he makes here. Not seeing any specific play from him just yet.
So perhaps this is the classic beginner's mistake. If they want to get into the Castle Age fastest, they figure that they have to get to the Feudal Age fastest first, and that's not always necessarily true. So Hamadoy is going to get up to the Castle Age with a good amount of food, but not enough gold to be able to click up to the next age. And I bet you he's going to realize that as soon as he gets up to the next age, and then figure it out from there. He's going to lose a villager to a boar, actually.
Oh, that's rough. Oh, sucks to see. But it happens. It happens to the best of us. I've seen it happen in pro play as well. It's just a thing that goes down every now and again. So Hamadou is actually going out. He's walling up against the walls of Tiger. Also thinking like, hey, if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna make sure you can't delete those and walk in whenever you want.
And let's take a look at Tiger's build, see if it's going to be a lot cleaner. He's going to move on to gold a little bit late. Going to have a good stockpile of food though, and a good stockpile of wood. And we'll see which player is able to advance to the Castle Age first, if they're both planning on Castle Age. As we see, Ethiopian outpost down at the bottom for Tiger has extra line of sight, so it's a good idea, I think. So should be able to see what Hamadoy is up to, which currently is just stone walls right now. So both players going to play it into the later game.
Yeah, so we'll definitely see this. We'll see this progress a little bit. I didn't happen to check their ratings going into this. You see, so the blacksmith coming up for Hamadou. Does he have the wood? Yeah, he has the wood. Market going down. See, does he have the res? He doesn't have the gold yet, but he has 5 villagers up there to make up for some lost time. So we'll see it maybe as we get into Castle Age. We'll see some either cav archers or knights out of him, and we'll see how it goes for him.
I think this should shape up to be a good game. It appears both players are about the same skill level, and I think they'll be clicking up around the same time as well. Both players similar villager numbers, so it should shape up to be a good game, I think.
Oh, definitely so. It definitely looks like we'll get to see some of the more units, maybe a bigger mix. Definitely some of the later game text coming into play. It'll be nice.
So one more thing about Yucatan, we did mention how it's kind of similar to Black Forest. However, this lake in the middle makes it a little bit interesting. Any of the players can get a dock up there and go with the transport ship, and of course it's going to be impossible to wall the lake, so it's going to be impossible to prevent a transport ship if you don't have any water presence. So that can certainly lend itself well to some aggression. Tiger now going with the barracks, so perhaps he's thinking about something like that. But we'll have to see when the players decide. Oh, there we go. Tiger going up.
There's the dock. Yep. Yeah, so we'll see what he's thinking. If he's thinking of going after, I doubt he's thinking going into fish at this point. He doesn't have. He has enough villagers on wood, but it doesn't seem like that's his play here. So we'll probably see a transport out of him. We'll see if any villagers come forward that were building anything. No. So I was thinking maybe he would transport across and drop a stable. Not seeing that just yet out of him. Oh, we do see a transport ship coming out.
Tigers, maybe a few archery ranges, and then a siege workshop after that. Looks like Hamadoy is going to get a villager kill here, though, and that's going to help to even things out a little bit. Hamadoy's, quite a few villagers behind from his opponent, and that's due to some idle time there. So he needs to get back with some killing some of these villagers.
It's good to point out, nobody. So we do see the transport coming out from Tiger, but currently nothing. Oh, wow. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, looked like he was sending all of his villagers for a minute. Now it looks like, okay, just 3. Just the way they were walking. It looked like maybe he was sending 8 over. I was like, whoa, I don't know what he's thinking, but he's going to definitely do that strategy strong. So we see him sending 2 villagers over. And I expect to see a military building immediately out of him. And, ooh, nobody. He's right up your alley. He's going with archery ranges.
Yeah, 2 archery ranges right away. He's playing as the Ethiopians. They'll be very strong. I'd like to see a siege workshop up right away. Problem for Hamadoy, his scout is actually trapped inside of Tiger's base. And so he's not going to be able to see this. And those archery ranges are coming up right next to Hamadoy's main gold.
It's definitely going to put some hurt on him. So Worth noting that Hamadoy doesn't even have a barracks out yet. He's actually going for another TC. He was thinking boom above all in this. So if there's a good number of crossbowmen out before a barracks is even up, any defense from Hamadou is going to be very delayed. He might be able to drop a siege workshop because he already has to get blacksmith out, but that will be his only immediate option.
And a siege workshop should do fairly well at this point, but Tiger looks to be, investing quite a bit into these buildings. I don't see another town center out from him right now, so you're going to be investing quite a bit. And Hamadoy needs to invest quite a bit into himself into defense.
We just don't see it yet, so we hope Tiger hides his hand long enough, I'll say. So he shows up with a big enough number. Looks like we'll probably see a Mangonel coming out. Mangonel mixed with some crossbowmen. That'll be pretty effective if he plays this outright. What do we say? Nobody. I'd say about how many crossbows should he wait for? Actually, before we get in that, it is worth noting that Hamadou is attacking the transport of Tiger, so he knows either Tiger was about to transport or has already. We'll see if that tips Hamadou off and makes him start thinking about looking for this
and it does
forward.
He's going to place down an outpost right next to the siege workshop, though he's going to get a rude awakening. But I'd say 4 crossbows would be sufficient, especially with those upgrades with Bodkin Arrow. 4 crossbows could definitely pick off 2 or 3 villagers very quickly.
It looks like Hamadou's reaction to this is actually he's going to be putting up a lot of walls on the, we'll say, the west side of his base here. Actually just loses a villager to a jaguar. She was already very hurt. Took only 2 hits and she was gone. But yeah, these crossbows and the Mangonel are moving in. Picking off many villagers.
Down already, and he's ready for his life. Going towards the town center. Both those bills now completely useless as those crossbows will... Oh boy! Quick castle coming up. It might get... I was about to say the Mangonel could have maybe destroyed it early, but that castle would really definitely help to defend the town center. And those crossbows just going to skirt around the town center, going to pick off another 2 villagers, and can potentially deny this castle. 3 villagers down.
I would think no. Oh man, it's possible though.
This might be the play of the game here. 4 villagers going down. Oh boy, this is a disaster for Hamadou. Sending even more villagers forward. Remember, these are Ethiopians crossbows. They attack faster. Mangonel's going to come in as well.
They're clearing out villagers at 78%. Oh man! Yikes.
85, 86, 88. I don't think it's going to go up. 90.
Oh gosh, that's so many vills. Hamadou's down to 11 vills.
Down 11 villagers, but is he going to get the castle up? GG, well played. Wow.
And that's it. That's probably the fastest weekend Smackdown game we've seen yet.
Oh wow, we could even jump into another one.
We could.
Wow.
Well, we normally don't.
What a play from Tiger. What a beastly play. Going with the early transport ship, going with the archer agents. I think Tiger's showing a little bit of experience here. He's obviously had a strategy for this game, and he executed it perfectly.
Alrighty. Well, nobody. Sometimes we say stuff, sometimes we move right on. I say we move right on this time. Let's go pick another game.
All right. So we'll see Tiger in the next round, and we'll be joining another game from this current round. Let's go. That was a spectacular ending.
Yes, it was. It was very, very good. Oh no! We have all of our current participants. Did they not have allow spectate on? Oh, okay, here we go. We can get in Alan Walker and Winterfell.
Can you invite me?
Yes, sir. So SG Thrawn was asked to go. I believe so.
Are you in game?
No, not yet.
Oh, they're in the lobby.
Okay. Oh, actually has us as players instead of spectators. That's not right.
Yeah, that's not right.
I'm gonna leave and come back real quick.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like we can spectate that one.
Oh no, not at all.
I don't think so.
Hmm. Let's see. Let's see.
So I guess
So
we just wait for the next game to open up.
yes, I believe that's gonna be the case here. It's kind of a shame, but figure it out. There's always a few kinks sometimes working through this, but it's okay. Well, that gives us a chance to talk about the game. So SG Thrawn was asking, does Blue even know he's there? Blue did. He had seen the scout when he went for that transport. He saw the archery ranges. He just reacted way too slow to it. So it was very good of Tiger to get there and drop those, but Hamadou did have more time to react than he used.
I'll definitely be excited to see Tiger in the next round. See if he's going to attempt the same strategy or if he's going to mix it up a little bit.
We usually, for most of the players, once we get through multiple rounds or multiple games, in case we were doing a Red Robin format, we saw at most players would come with 2 strategies, and we'd see a lot of similar strategies match to match. I guess I'm gonna throw some music back up while we're waiting here.
So some of those games could probably be longer. Would you want to jump into another game, like a rated game, or just stay with wait until those matches are over?
I'd say let's wait until these matches are over just to keep the specific event, like this weekend Smackdown, keep the focus on it.
That sounds fine.
Yeah, I would love to. It's just as you are now experienced the jump aroundiness of it, it's a little no reason to throw another extra variable in there.
What we could do is we could message each of the players and tell them to put spectate on.
I already contacted the admin, so it's in the process. They can't change that when they're already in the game, I assume, correct?
They can't change it.
Okay.
So what's been your favorite setting to cast so far?
Let me think through all these weekend Smackdowns. I'm trying to remember which one was Migration. Still just obviously it's the most present in my mind from last week. I can say a few things about it. It was nice to see the little bit more drawn out gameplay from it, a little bit more choices going into it. It seemed like there might only be 1 or 2 strategies. I think we saw about 5, all the way up to somebody going extremely fast feudal and going with a tower on the other person's base. And it was just it was so perfectly placed. There was no you can't really scout on Migration at all. And when they landed right on the gold pile and the stone pile and put the tower right there, and the game was pretty much over from that point.
What do you think is if you were to pick maybe 2 or 3 maps that you'd like to see for the series, maybe in the coming weeks, what would they be?
I'd really like to see a Budapest map. I think that'd probably test a lot of players that maybe don't play a map like that often. Let's see what else. Eventually we'll get Arabia mixed in. I think we already did Arena, so I'll skip that. We could go for Black Forest. We have not done Black Forest. That would be that's another one that'll have to somehow make it on this circuit.
I think I'd like to see. I think one of the most underrated maps is Serengeti. Is one of my favorite maps because it's just a really crazy open map, and it reminds me a lot of Arabia, but a little even more crazy than Arabia sometimes. So I would really like to see that in the future.
Okay, cool. Are we gonna be able to? Oh, there we go. So next game's gonna be looks like Tiger versus Conk Forever. might be the next game here.
Are they ready?
Yeah, game 2 looks like they're getting ready.
Okay, I'll be there.
Okay.
And another thing, I think I'd like to see a no repeat of civilizations per round. So you'd have to pick a new civilization each round.
Do you mean like Tiger couldn't go Ethiopians again this game?
Yeah, like you'd have to pick something else.
Oh, it's almost like no repeat through the whole tournament until the final.
Yeah.
Ooh, that could
way
be
it gives you a
interesting.
little more variation on things.
Okay. Yeah, we did see a lot of Italians last week.
That's what I was thinking. But it would add a lot more if you could do like say for the migration last week, if you could do different civilizations like Portuguese, Byzantines, just to get some variety in there.
Okay. Seems like there might not be starting 5-10 minutes, so we'll keep our eyes open, see what else we can jump in on here. Oh, just for everybody, the final signups ended up being 14, so a couple players probably get a bye, who's ever highest rated, and then some players play, so we get a top 8 moving on.
So I don't think I've asked you before, but what's your favorite civilization?
Ooh, this is actually no, it's not Huns. This is actually a long-standing almost joke with me. I didn't have one for the longest time, and I would say I don't have one. I try to always roll random, but if I had to pick one, it was the Goths. I just found that so fun to be booming with. But in that thread, I'd say my favorite civ is the Slavs now. It's a little bit more to me. They're the kind of like the grown-up version of Huns, or I mean of Goths. Kind of took Goths, who was just like, all right, we're gonna do this one thing and we're gonna do it really well. Infantry, go, and just like flood. So instead, now we have Slavs who have a few more choices and tricks up their sleeves, and hit a little bit harder, but not in such numbers.
Yeah, Goths are my favorite too. So that's,
very nice, very nice.
Do you ever play any Goths Wars?
I have not. Should I give that a try?
You should at some point. It's they're pretty fun actually. Just the way they develop. Usually it can be very aggressive early on with men-at-arms, and since infantry counters infantry, you see a lot more infantry in a Goths war than you do in Goths versus any other civilization. So it's really quite fun. It's quite fun to boom and to eventually get that spam on, and it's really about taking control of a lot of the key areas of the map as well.
I was gonna ask, once if it gets to like the post-imp kind of thing, how is that? Like,
It's
just
mostly
everybody
just
throwing at each
champions,
other?
and if you can afford it, you go heavy scorpions. But for the most part, it's just all champions. With,
That sounds pretty funny.
Huskarls rate a little bit, and you can add, if you have the availability to do so, then you can add some hand cannons in there. So it really depends. If you're somehow able to save up for the scorpion upgrade, then it makes a big difference. But for the most part, it's just about building as much as possible. One of the interesting parts, though, is in the Castle Age, if you're going into a Huskarl play, then oftentimes you can go like full Huskarls in the Castle Age, because if you go in the Imperial Age, it's so expensive.
Okay, very nice, very nice. It's worth pointing out, Tiger was actually the underdog going into that game. He was 11th ranked. So he pulled out a win, an upset over 6th ranked Hamadou going through that.
Oh boy, what's your strategy against Kong Forever, though?
Do his best.
Do you?
So,
Kong Forever is a strong player.
you got a little bit background worth sharing on him?
No, I just know he's been around for a while. There's so many players that You just recognize their names over time when you see enough games with them, and Kong Forever is one of those people.
Oh, we can take a look at his profile. Let's see here. His rating coming into this, he's about an 1800 player. Okay, good to know. Good to know. It's about more than 2,000 games under his belt. So he's been around for quite some time.
Pretty formidable, yeah.
Wow. Wait, profile created 2016. He's played 2,000 games in the last 2 years? That's a lot. Dang. And he does have one award. He got first place in the Inter Random Cup 3v3 Mega Random. That's nice.
So it looks like they're both clansmates, actually.
Yeah, and also, so let's see. We're going to take a look at Baki. He's our #1 seed this week.
Oh, Baki's playing?
Not Baki, not Baki. Baki. Bakii.
Oh, shoot. They said Baki's playing.
Oops. I'm not sure. It could be somebody else. This might be one. This might be another player's different name or something. The profile is only about 11 days old, but this is a 2K player.
I'm not really familiar with any Japanese players, though.
Okay.
What do you think? Tiger's probably going to go with Ethiopians again. What do you think Kong's going to pick in this matchup? What do you think is the best civilization for Yucatan?
Ooh, I'm going to think this one through.
Think through a few options with me.
I'm going to go with so I don't see too much like feudal aggression unless like there's a surprise in it. I kind of want to go with Malay for the faster up times. Get 2 villagers ahead and then go up. I think having a little bit stronger eco with all that food available might be worth a different kind of strategy. So now go ahead and tell me why that's a terrible plan.
Oh, to tell you why Malay is a terrible plan?
Yeah, go ahead, set me straight.
The Malay don't have the greatest. I think that in maps like Black Forest or Yucatan, where there's those choke points, it's good to have some great siege. I just when you said Malay, I just imagined 500 like 100 karambits dying to like 1 siege onager shot.
Oosh. Okay.
So I think Mongols is probably the best choice here, both because of the early game with the hunt bonus, and also the late game with Mangadai and Siege Onager. I think they really have it really well rounded there.
Okay. Is there really too many times that Mongols aren't a good choice?
No, that's the thing. Mongols are really good on a lot of maps. They're not usually like the best on most maps, but like they're really good. I think the Mongols honestly are like the best civilization in the game, to be honest. Even though a lot of people wouldn't say that.
And they might not always necessarily be the strongest, but they're just so useful in so many ways.
The thing is, they're good on everything. It's like what map are Mongols not good
on? Let's see. Answer false.
I know Orlu and myself, we did some rankings of civilizations like on different maps, and just if you're in a team game, you have to pick Mongols. If you're in a 1 versus 1, they're pretty good. They can hold their own, but on a water map, they're still pretty good. So the only one they're not really good on is like arena. They're not that great on that.
Oh, okay. We're getting some help from the admins here saying jump in game room 7. They're getting started right now.
Okay. That'll probably be a better game anyway, though.
Okay. We got HGFE versus Sir Weed. Interesting.
And we should probably also do our best to cover as many players as possible.
I agree. That always helps. So HGFE's coming in as rank number 2. Sir Weed's coming in. He just won this spot over someone going by XXOXX. Very, very well thought out name there. totally not trollish jokingly at all.
Player. I'm sure we'll be seeing him in a lot of high level tournaments in the future. XXOXXO.
All right, so one of the blessings but a curse in this tournament style is we get to see a lot of players, but then you have no clue how some of them want their names to be said. What are we gonna do with HJFE?
HJFE is not the worst name I've ever heard.
Not the worst name.
I would stick with that.
Yeah. Hajiffa?
At least there's no controversy as to how to say the name.
Yeah. Morning, Fenris, or good afternoon at this point. Thanks for showing up,
Can you
dude.
imagine how triggering it would be if someone had the name Cavalry as their name?
Do you mean Calvary?
Cavalry, whatever.
Cavalry. You said it correct the first time, or the fifth time.
Oh shit.
This time. But it was you were saying when you want to say it wrong, you say it right. Yeah, I should pull up that Reddit thread, make a joke out of it. Yeah, somebody posted like this is the most important thing streamers need to know. It's cavalry, not Calvary. Calvary is a place. All right, so looks like we're going in. So nice, definitely good to see 2 more players. It's worth saying, never seen any of these players before, so it's always cool to jump in and things like this.
It is cool to actually get some players that would never have any screen time, a little bit of screen time now. I always found it a lot of fun going into other streamers when they're casting games with me, and even if I played horribly, it would always still be fun and great ego boost too.
Oh yeah. One of the things I do, I sign up for pretty much any tournament I'm allowed to play in, and never been all that successful, but it's still worth playing. Like the upcoming USA tournament, I'll be in that one. I'll be pretty low on the totem pole, so we'll see. We'll see who I get matched up against. Maybe I'll convince you to sign up as well. Nobody. Maybe you. You gonna sign up?
Yeah, I think about it.
All right, everybody, we are in game number 2 here. Or not necessarily the second game, but second game we're casting of this weekend's Smackdown. Today will be, we're playing Yucatan. I met with Nobody today co-casting. And this game is going to be HJFE versus Sir Weed.
And yeah, this is round 2 in the Yucatan,
Weekend Smackdown.
Weekend Smackdown.
It's all good. It's all good. It's on the screen. Don't worry about it.
Aneurysm there.
Oh my.
That's cool. What is this map? This map connects at 2 points. One of them is a tree. Like one of them has a tree in between it.
What? Where do you see this? Oh, interesting.
I've never seen a Yucatan map like this.
If you've ever been worried about choke points, man, here's the map.
Yeah.
Wall this off with 3 and two pieces of wall. So you know what else?
No, for real. I've never seen a map like this. This is pretty crazy. This is one of a kind. I'm hoping to look forward. I hope we get to see some of the Yucatan maps where there isn't the big river in the middle as well, though.
Okay. Alrighty. So it's worth pointing out something. Another thing that happened weird with this map. I think one of these players might have a no game music mod on or something. Are you getting any game music at the moment?
My game music's so low anyway, I wouldn't be able to hear it.
Okay. Yeah. It's weird, just completely not there. Alright, but anyway, so we'll talk about HJFE here. Give him a little bit of introduction. He went with the Slavs. Ooh, I'm excited. If this goes late, I'll be excited. Oh, absolutely.
Sir Weed playing as the Berbers, and I don't think we have to ask you which civilization you think is going to be preferred, but which civilization do you think is better here?
Well, I do like the Slavs, but I think the Berbers
Yes.
are the stronger of these choices. I think.
Hard to tell. Usually I'd say the Slavs on Yucatan, but the thing is, I don't think that choke point is going to get much love there. I think it's going to be mostly take control of the water and then go land your opponent or do sneaking landings, because it's going to be very hard to control all of the river since it's so long and across most of the map. So the siege might not play the biggest role here, and in which case the Berbers tend to be a pretty good civilization, because sieges might be one of their weaknesses there, and obviously not going to be too much of a weakness here.
That's cool. So, question for you: in this scenario, do you we're taking a look at HJFE's map here? Do you even go on berries, or do you just immediately go mill those deer that are so close?
Oh yeah, absolutely mill the deer. Berries are one of the slower sources of food in the game, and you look to mill the berries maybe a little bit later on, after you've got 3 villagers on deer, and potentially even 3 villagers on a second deer patch if they're very close by.
It's actually very fortunate for him. I think, is it supposed to spawn? I think he had two patches of deer maybe spawn on top of each other.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened.
Very
But
nice.
it's the same way at Sir Weed's base too, so...
Is it? I'm trying to find them. Oh, there they are. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes just a big deer patch. Sometimes this happens in Yucatan as well, but Sir Reed has his stone completely surrounded by trees.
Really? Oh,
Right side,
man. It's even like shown off. It's like, hey, just say now here's a ring. There's some stone on the inside.
So I think an interesting question though for this map is it worth it to build a dock? I know early game dock, you can build fishing ships out of your dock and also build villages out of your town center, so you're able to grow your economy a lot faster. However, on this particular map, there's only shorefish here, so that's a question to ask.
Well, I would say no. You don't want to go after the shorefish. I believe shorefish with fishing ship is the slowest source of food in the game. I think so.
True. But I think it really depends. Sometimes the Black Forest, if there's ever a pond next to your town center, you always tend to build a dock on the water, just because you can build villages and at the same time you can build fishing ships. So even if it's slow, it's still additional food.
Okay, I get you. Is Yucatan always like this, that there's only shorefish, or is this particular to this generation?
I'm not exactly sure. I think that some generations might have deep fish in them, but very sparsely. And look at this from Sir Reed. He's built a barracks.
Really? Oh, okay. What do you think we're seeing? We're seeing, let's see. Do we see nothing being built out of it just yet? Maybe just getting it up early. Because he's going to be going some sort of aggression in feudal age. We'll see. I'm keeping an eye on my barracks. So not that barracks, but I'm not seeing anything queued up yet. Okay.
So maybe Sir Reed might go for a men-at-arms play here, because he's, got almost enough food to click up to the next age. Hasn't built anything quite yet. Oh, there we go. A few militia coming out. Could still see men-at-arms, but they should be able to traverse that middle part. Oh, wait. No. Oh, no. HJFE is actually going to wall that up, potentially.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a long time before those men-at-arms make it over there. Oh, and that scout's already hurt. Must have taken some TC fire or something.
Willis, I think you have a...
Oh, yep. We're good. We're good.
Talk button or something.
So the scout of Sir Weed's already must have taken some TC fire or something. It's not going to be able to deny those walls at all.
Yeah, I wonder how it got so low there. But looks like Sir Weed might actually lose the scout here, which is not a great start. At least those militia can get some fighting experience against a jaguar, I suppose. But they should be able to keep a villager idle by keeping the villager having to repair those walls. So maybe that's something.
Sir Weed's clicking up. Wait, he's going up at 25 vils, but was he maybe he's thinking sort of a Drushfast Castle kind of maneuver here.
I think that's a great build.
Yeah, very good. Put some early pressure on. He's a little late with that last militia. I don't think either player knows about this last piece of this last connection here. Yes.
Which connection, on the very top, or?
Yeah, the very edge of the map. Actually, the militia were.
You could potentially chop through that, actually.
Oh, I think you could walk around it right now, couldn't you? That one shallow tile.
Oh, I thought it was completely closed, but yeah, you could walk around it.
Yeah, neither player scouted it. Actually, Sir Weed's his militia were gonna autopilot around it, but he actually brought him back, so nobody's gonna find that just yet. Oh, here we go. Now they're going. Maybe he'll find out that it's still open over there.
It'll be so late though. HJFE going up with a stable and some scout cavalry. It's funny how much aggression we're seeing on this map, even though it looks the way that it does.
Oh, it's the most closed off, not gonna happen map, and yet we're seeing a drush, and we're an attempted drush, and also scouts.
But HJFE is clearly, stuck in the feudal age. Sir Weed is still stuck in the feudal age a bit. He's got 500 food. Might lose a villager to a board. No, it's going to get real close. But he's not that far behind. He should be able to click up to the next age in about 5 minutes here.
Yes, so he's going to save up. So he'll get the man-at-arms upgrade. Let's see.
Yeah, he will.
Hope he stays out of sight in time for that upgrade to come in. It looks like he will.
Already weakened from the Jaguar, and HJFE is actually going to move out with those scouts. The thing is, Sir Weed is fully walled, so that's going to be a very unfortunate for him, as those men-at-arms will be able to move into HJFE's base once they take care of this additional Jaguar.
Very nice. Those man-at-arms are pretty effective at harassing villagers as well. That extra few damage there makes a world of difference. Trying to pick off a villager.
Yes, that it does, and there's some weak villagers on that wood line as well. One of the female villagers. So let's see if Sir Weed is going to be able to get a nice surprise here. Maybe trap one of these villagers in. Here he comes.
Looks like, I believe. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like this villager's trapped, but he's
oh boy. Oh man.
And don't run into town center, man. Okay, that was close.
But if he can do this much harassment in Idletown, this is gonna be great for him. Oh, don't worry about the mill. Attack the villagers.
There's a lot of idle villagers right now. There are some weak ones. They're attacking the weak one right now, but they just finish that off. Always have to single click on the villagers and see what their HP is at. You never know when you're going to get lucky.
Oh yeah, definitely. Could have had a pick here. I think is he going to commit?
Take 2 villagers here. Oh, they keep going. They keep not targeting the weak one. It gets really close.
I don't think he should be committing just yet. I don't think he has enough villagers there to take this fight.
Oh, that's a good amount of villagers. I would take it with that.
Oh, there we go.
Not the weak ones. So gotta be very careful with that. And going to take out that scout. Great damage so far from HGFEs. Even going to try to get another villager. And that's going to be number 3. Could even get a 4th. There's number 4.
Oh yeah, yep. Okay, going down and
almost got a 5th one there too. But 4 villagers with 3 men-at-arms. Great deal from him. However, on the right side, the scouts did
they broke through
to get into Sir Weed's base. He's queuing up 2 spearmen. He's got some scouts. Well, he's got a stable. I don't see any scouts yet, but hopefully Sir Weed's going to be able to avoid some damage here as these scouts get in onto his woodline.
Well, he looks like he's doing a really good job of protecting himself.
Yeah, some
definitely
great
he quick walled that. Based on how HGFE moves around, these spearmen are going to be able to keep these scouts out. And he's not, everything he's doing is close enough to his TC or walled that he's going to be pretty safe from any big damage for a little while here. But HJFE clicking up. Nice.
Yeah, and Sir Weed should be very, very soon. Soon he'll be able to click up as well.
Oh, yeah,
he's actually missing one of the buildings, so that's going to delay him a little bit.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He doesn't actually have the wood to drop it right now either. He needs to either get a blacksmith or mark it up soon. I would go probably market because he's sitting on 1,200 food right now. Like to see that balanced out. But he's able to push this away.
Able to defend from these scouts early on. So I like HJFE's position. Even though he's taken a lot of damage from those men-at-arms, he's going to be faster into the castle age. Should be able to get some upgrades, even get some town centers out soon. One of the things that surprised me, we haven't seen any docks as of yet so far.
Yeah, the most uncrossable Yucatan here, and nobody drops a dock. I think HJFE actually thinks he's behind, and he's re-walling. There might be 4 villagers behind at the moment, but dang if he doesn't have the advantage here with how much earlier he's going to be up in Castle Age.
Yeah, after losing 4 villagers, I would think I would be behind as well, but you know, perhaps that scout raid did actually a little bit more damage to Sir Reed's economy than it should have, and maybe Sir Reed should have planned his resources a little bit better to get up to the next age quicker.
It says Sir Weed is building a dock. I don't see it. Maybe it's just placed. Oh, here we go. The villagers coming all the way down in the southeasternmost part of the river there.
Oh no! Look at the Sir Reed's upgrades. Look at the economy upgrades.
Wow.
That might explain something.
Oh, that hurts. But at least he's getting them in.
Double X and the horse collar upgrade coming in only now. That really hurts to get that so late. Surprisingly, HJFE is actually going up with a second barracks and a siege workshop in the middle of the map.
Okay, interesting. It looks like he's going full trash build, going for pikemen light cav. Who needs gold units? I got this. Kill you with my trash army. But depending on
what is
what?
Oh, I thought Sir Reed was actually going to make the trade cog. He started queuing one up.
Ah, definitely some sort of misclick.
So Sir Reed going to do double stable knights and going to have to transport them over. Should be a nice surprise for his opponent.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll be nice.
And in the meantime, pikemen and double siege workshop in the north with HJFE. I love watching these players. These are quite interesting decisions so far.
Yeah. Nice to see, you know, we might not think they're the right choices, but they end up working based on the different this different range here.
What does it matter if it's the right choice if you win, huh?
Right, right.
So HJP is actually doing a Scorpion and Pikeman rush.
Interesting, interesting. I like it.
So both units kind of cover each other's weaknesses a little bit. One of the problems, though, is the Scorpion is not very good at getting through walls or buildings. So hard to do some damage there.
Yeah, and Sir Weed has done a good job of closing any gaps back up.
But there we go, we have a battering ram coming out as well.
Okay. I wonder if Sir Weed hurries up here, gets this. Yeah, he's gonna get this transport out. I think. Will he wait for 4 knights or will he go over with 2? Let's see if how he makes this choice here. Yeah, those 4 knights are gonna be really effective, and he's already got so much scouting that he knows most of HJFE's base, and he'll probably come up on those gold villagers first. And I assume he's gonna get some good picks there. Ooh, there's still a few weak villagers there. Let's see how much he can do with this, because they're gonna be trading. They're pretty much gonna be trading time here with when these scouts and the battering ram show up. That's going to be right when all those knights are causing a mess. This is a
big difference here.
Good time for both
those
players.
Those walls will buy Sir Reed quite a bit of time before his opponent can come in. Town center coming down on the gold, so the gold should be nice and safe for now. And here comes those knights onto the gold of HJFE. This could be very painful.
Let's see how HJFE reacts to it. Wait, is he? Sir, we'd go back? Oh, just some poor pathing there. That's all. Oh, didn't react fast enough. So I see 1,
right
2,
2 villagers down.
3.
Third villager's gonna get down.
There
you go. 3 and number 4, and 5 villagers down off that 1 raid alone.
Very, very good. Definitely.
And even a 6
maybe a
right
6
there.
coming out. Yeah. So now needs to get out from under that TC fire and just be a nuisance here. Cause as much idle time as possible.
So 4 villager advantage for HJFE. He's going to look to get even more villagers. However, on his doorstep, we have quite a formidable army from HJFE. Will he go straight after the town center, though? Might lose his ram early on if he decides to do so.
Is this
he's going to go for it. Here he comes.
Yeah.
A ram, 2 pikemen, a knight, and a few scorpions.
I don't think it's gonna work just yet. I think that knight's gonna be able to move. Those 2 knights are gonna be able to move in and take down the ramp once Sir Weed puts his focus back on it, or just batter down with the villagers. Why not do that?
Yeah, I think a little bit of patience here from HJFE. If he would have waited for 3 rams, would have been a lot more effective.
Yes. Maybe also it's time to go forward with a villager. Maybe build a siege workshop a little bit closer. But he's got to deal with these knights, and they just hitting. Sir Weed's just gonna keep transporting and transporting.
Yeah, he's got to have some sort of response to these knights. He's still making a few pikemen back at home, but he's going to need a lot more than that. Perhaps a monastery back at home would be a great decision.
Oh, that would be great. Looks like Sir Weed in his next transport is going to take a villager over with him, so he'll be looking to drop something else on that base. He's up by 10 villagers now. That's great for him. HJFE's base is getting more and more protected just because of where the TCs are, but he won't be on any gold at the moment. It's gonna hurt for him.
There's the gold to the north for HJFE. Maybe he can go scout that and take that. And for now, enough pikemen to thwart off the attack from Sir Reed. And HJFE not really being too effective with this push. Maybe he wants to add a few more rams and a few more pikemen, and maybe could make an attempt at that town center. But only taking down a stable, a blacksmith and a few houses.
Okay. At least it does do one thing for him. Sir Weed's now open. He's not completely walled off anymore, so it's going to make him more susceptible to any raids coming in. That's at least a nice piece of the puzzle here, but I was just saying, yeah, he's going to need to push in a different way here to make this a little bit more effective.
And it's going to go again. This time it's 2 rams, and going to bring the scorpions there. He should bring the pikemen and the knights if he's going to go all in on this town center. You can't just have going on the town center. You have to really try to do go all out. A lot of these villages are low though.
We take a look back at HFE's base. Sir Weed's still running around with knights. I'm not really picking off any villagers anymore, but is causing idle time. That's nice. But yeah, it looks like this TC is probably going down.
Yeah, it will go down, and that's going to take Sir Reed off of his main gold. He's not mining gold anywhere else. That could be a potential problem. If this second town center goes down, that's going to be a significant amount of damage. Right now, scores flipping back and forth. Very close game.
This is good. This is good. I like to see this. I think he could take this fight with villagers. Only the 2 pikemen there. Maybe if he uses the TC to focus fire on maybe the scorpions or the pikemen first, and then just batter them down. Instead, he's coming in with a mangonel to take out the siege. Mangonels are pretty good at clearing up other siege.
And that's going to be a successful defense from Sir Reed. Still no gold right now, but where is the follow-up from HJFE? Stop production on a lot of his units.
I think he's just annoyed with the knights.
Defending at home, and there's really no follow-up to this push anymore.
I think we can say the same for both players. They've both kind of had their plan cleaned up, and now they need to get back on their eco here and pick it back up.
So the economies of both players pretty even right now, except for all of these idols, which I assume Sir Reed will sort out pretty soon. So, you know, pretty close as far as the economy goes. Military's very close together. Very close game still.
Sir Weed questionably just dropped 6 more farms for some reason, even though he has all those open farms there.
He wanted new farms. He don't want the old farms.
Yeah, nobody wants those old farms. I want these new farms. That's kind of funny.
What he needs to do is get some gold, though.
Yeah. Oh, so he went monks to convert pikemen. Kind of, we wish we would have seen the monks at HJFE, who I believe has cleared up the knights, or at least made them go away for now.
So this is going to go to a late game now. Do you still think that the Berbers are a better civilization going into late game?
I don't think so. If we can get all the way to something like Drazina, the siege monks push from the Slavs can just become so strong.
Yeah, halberdiers are going to be pretty. Yeah, halberdiers and onagers are going to be pretty hard to deal with against any civilization, but especially with the Slavs, which don't have the best versatility. Maybe looking towards getting the camel archer, but I haven't seen Sir Reed go for any of the stone, and slowly working his way to getting his second stone.
Well, he is on his stone a little bit to the south of his original TC. It's got 5 villagers on it. They're not too efficient, but cut him some slack. I'd like to see him mix in something to deal with these pikemen, though. Not necessarily the right time to go for skirmishers, but castle up and these pikemen become useless as far as pushing is concerned. So we'll see. It looks like he's putting a TC back on that main gold, which is good, but I like to make sure he has a way to defend it.
So HJ, if he's getting pretty close to clicking up to the next stage, he's at 1,200 food, 400 gold. Gonna wall in some more of his base, which I don't think is a bad idea. And he's even gonna sell some resources for his gold. So he's getting ready to click up to the next stage.
Very nice, very nice. He's actually dropping another stable, so he might not be thinking only infantry. Moving into Imperial Age.
Yeah, maybe thinking along the Cavalier line, which certainly should be able to do quite a bit of damage. But I think the Halb Onager Ram combination would probably be the most effective for him.
Right, and we already saw that Sir Weed's not too effective at handling that either.
Another thing to consider, maybe Boyars would be a good option against the Berbers, which don't really have any strong archer range units aside from the Camel Archer.
Okay. Okay. Boyards just, they're good just because they have such tanky armor, correct? They're just pretty much a tanky unit?
Yeah, it's like a Teutonic Knight on a horse.
That's what, okay, I thought so. Okay, well, we got that TC back up, so Sir Weed is back on gold, but I believe HJFE is as well. Yes, on both his golds, actually, and actually on 3 golds, and dropping a TC on that 3rd gold there. So we're seeing HJFE transition back into not being rated much better than we're seeing from Sir Weed, but Sir Weed's able to keep the score up. Interestingly enough, his wood line's a little inefficient, so that's not helping him, but he's transitioning over to more gold now.
And there we go, he's cut through to his stone, and he's taking his stone pretty heavily now. He's also transported 5 villages.
Yeah, I just see that.
And is preparing something.
I believe we'll probably see a castle drop out of him. He's got the stone, but he doesn't seem to be building one at home, so maybe we'll see that over on this side. Yes, but why there, nobody?
Maybe just to be safe, because he doesn't have any military to back it up. So that will, ensure that he could continue to, keep transporting over and have control of that water.
Okay. Also, maybe once we get to Imperial Age, we'll see Trebs out of it. Maybe that's his play here. Okay, well, now that he sees that HJFE is an Imperial, he's got to... Oh, he's just about to click up as well. Okay, just clicked. Alright, man, he's got... There's a good bit of idle vills, though, just hanging around on those farms. Too bad. It's such a shame they won't use the old farms. They need the new farms.
Eventually they'll use the old farms, but not...
Yeah, I was actually noticed that. That is actually nice as these villages need to reseed, some of them are actually just going to one of the old farms.
So HJFE, he's been 3 minutes earlier into the next stage. However, so far no damage coming in. He's getting a few upgrades to make his military stronger. But when you think you're going to be at an advantage, oftentimes, again, better to go with some siege forward and to put on the pressure and make best of use out of those additional 3 minutes.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him maybe get there a little bit earlier with his knights so he can be putting in damage as soon as this Cavalier upgrade hits, because he knows he's ahead. You can tell that the other player's still in Castle Age, and you're not, so it's like, man, I'd really like to see him Cap Ram upgrade coming in. Was he just not prepared to move forward with it, maybe? That's possibly the case.
So HJFE is going to go look for a raid, completely open in Sir Weed's base. He might have a really hard time defending against this raid with nothing at home. And as well, Sir Weed building 2 castles on the shoreline with some petards. So planning to do an attack, but I don't know how much damage he's going to be able to do. This raid might be devastating.
Yeah, he might be able to get the camel archers out, but he's just not going to get enough out fast enough. And with these about 10 Cavaliers, so yeah, they're going to be able to commit under any TC and start taking out villagers. But if Sir Weed gets those 2 conversions, that'll really help if he does it right now. These conversions might come in. We see 1
yeah, 2 conversions
and 2. There. Nice. Oh, that's so...
Yeah, that really helps.
That helps so much.
A lot. He needs to get some more monks out and maybe add some more barracks at home. Or some stables.
He does have 2 stables, just not currently using them.
Yeah, he needs to start camel production right now, and really needs to start production of a lot of units in order to get back in the military count right now.
Right, so he tried to bust through there with the petard, but the pathing wasn't too kind to him. Actually, kind of slowed him down for a second here. So it's gonna, there we go, just getting a nice conversion sound.
And HJFE's gonna try to wall this. Is he gonna be able to get it?
Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it?
He's not gonna be.
Oh, it goes up. Oh man, with camel archers right there. That's a shame, but it happens. I'm really worried about this push though.
Come in from that, and even gonna double wall it there. Maybe you should build a little dock there, and HJFE has already had the idea. He's gonna build a defensive dock.
Okay, nobody. What's he gonna do with that? As much as I'm like, okay, I'm new. I'm not sure. This one, I'm really scratching my head on.
It's just to prevent Sir Weed from transporting over. So maybe HJFE can build like 2 or 3 demos.
Okay. Oh, so HJFE now moving around, noticing that there's 2 castles over here. I really would have liked to see one of those at home for Sir Weed, because now he's just getting raided so hard. He's got no answer to it whatsoever.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. If he can somehow hold in his own base with some more pikemen, then perhaps he could do a lot of damage with his camel archers. We know camel archers are one of the strongest unique units in the game. However, they're lacking quite a few upgrades, so not nearly there yet.
You definitely need to. He needs to act now, because these Cavalier are picking off so many villagers. We got a ram on that TC. He already lost 1 TC in this process. Now there's more. There's more Cavaliers coming in, and starting to see bowyards as well.
Yeah, they're starting to stream across the map. And there's the GG right there. There's GG. Good game.
Okay, very good game.
Game going to go to HJFE. Surprisingly aggressive Yucatan match for the map that we saw. What do you think was one of the keys to this game?
I would say Sir Weed had the earlier, more successful raids, but he didn't back himself up at home at all. So when HJFE came in with not that great of an army, probably about early to mid Castle Age, he was able to take out a TC and push Sir Weed off of gold. And then once they were both in a position that they couldn't raid each other, HJFE was much better at getting his eco back up and running than Sir Weed was. And that's why he got to Imperial Age like 3 minutes faster and was able to get these raids in stronger and earlier.
Yeah, the game was quite even till that point. Sir Weed doing quite a bit of damage with his men-at-arms and his early night raids. But, you know, when the game was even and they were resorting out their economies, HJFE just better, you know, invested into the Cavalier upgrade and other things, whereas Sir Weed invested into 2 castles, a lot of camel archers, which really didn't do any damage there. So perhaps if the castles were at home, he would be at a better position, or perhaps if he invested in something like heavy camel, then maybe he'd be in a better position there.
Okay, yeah, he had the stables. I believe he was even, you know, maybe he was getting a little panicked at the end there, but at the end of the game, he was sitting on quite a bit of resource. He actually could have even built a castle at home. So he could have had some camels out. So maybe just a little bit of maybe getting a little too stressed at the end there, not realizing how good of a defense he could have had.
All right, so we'll see HJFE in the next round. And yeah.
All right, nobody. I think it's time to possibly find whatever game is next.
All right, let's find out.
We could go check up on that 4-0 game, see if they're a quarter of the way through yet.
Still playing. I think Dowd is still playing 4-0. I checked the stream.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. I'm gonna take a...
Demi's Red likes your
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I giggled when you said that. Yep, it's one of those things that I don't. You know, you don't see too much monks, so and it doesn't come up often enough to remind me to possibly get rid of it. So it's been there for a while. Maybe it seems like looking at the brackets. If we could find Alan Walker and Lat Avin Algona, a little bit different to say there. Looks like game 3. Let's take a look at how far into it they are.
So this should be round 2.
Yes, it's no, but it's still a round 2 game match. Round 1 match was seen of the 14 players. Of the lower ranked 14 who was getting into the top 8.
So we're 30 minutes into this game, and finally we get to see a Yucatan map that doesn't have the river going through the middle. I like this version a lot better.
Well, nobody, if you'd like to, I'd let you go ahead and if you'd like to introduce this one, be my guest.
All right, so my name is Nobody. I'm joined here with Willis. This is round 2 in the... Take it away.
The weekend Smackdown.
Weekend Smackdown. And I'm just going to have you do that from now on. And,
sure, I'll be the hype man.
Huns versus Malians matchup. And looks like we're going to see a Dark Age rush into Men-at-Arms rush from Alvanoa. He's playing as Malian, so that could be very strong. So many Men-at-Arms from him. Oh my gosh, I wish we saw this game from the beginning. This looks excellent. And Tower's coming forward now as well.
Great, Nobody. Thank you. So, you know what's great? So, hey, Malay! We got Malay! I'm not a total noob. No, I'm a noob. But that's nice to see. Okay, now I see what you're saying without the water in the middle. Wow, that's kind of strange that a map can spawn so differently like this.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, nice to see. Whoa, okay, now I'm seeing it. I think I'm where you were. Seeing all those men at arms trying to take down an archer range. Holy crap. At about minute 16 catching up. Oh, there we go. I can go faster.
In the early games, in the early days of the African kingdoms when the Malians first came out, I remember I did a lot of men-at-arms rushes, even straight into archers, and I was very surprised at how effective they were. They usually could be able to tank quite a few archer fire.
Wow,
Tank archer fire quite well, especially with the support of towers.
I never thought I'd give my blessing on getting longswords, but assuming these men-at-arms make it to Castle Age, I'm gonna say get longswords.
Absolutely, I'd like to see how they fare against knights and crossbows. Though knights are a whole another level of power. So we'll have to see how that shapes out. I have the feeling that Alan Walker has a stronger army here. There's not a lot of better combinations than crossbows and knights, but I'd like to see how his longswords and spearmen combination does.
All right, so now I'm caught up. So we see how did you pronounce it? I think you had it.
Alan Walker?
No, the other player?
Avin Algona.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something that sounded like maybe you knew it. Okay, let's go with it. Yeah, Alan Walker definitely has the advantage right now. I don't know why he's not pushing. He seems to be waiting for a man down. With that many knights, I'd be going through those houses right now.
Yeah,
oh wait, those aren't.
Pressure,
oh wait, are those?
We have to say that the economies are not very comparable for these players. Alan Walker has a much better economy, and I just saw Alvin Algoa just research the bid axe upgrade. So economy's not been his main focus here.
I think maybe he was just. Alright, so we're gonna see just straight infantry out of him. I think maybe he's thinking long game. He can't wait to get to the forced levy tech and just have free two-hand or no gold two-handed swordsmen coming out. I do find this.
Face palm. That's melee.
Oh crud! My bad.
What is you and Melee? You really want to see Melee on this
I do. I don't know why. I got no good reason. Okay.
Right,
yeah,
so I really hope we get to see this one big engagement on the top where we get to see these different army compositions.
I'm glad to see
Alan Walker adding some mangonels and scorpions. Mangonels can be really effective against infantry since they have such low HP and they're so slow. So I'd like to see some good mangonel shots from Alan Walker.
So Avin Algona seems like I'm really going to defend this base with towers. I like to see him get a castle up. But I also like to see Alan Walker commit with all these knights. I think he could really run in at any moment now. Back it up with those crossbows.
But he's going to wait for the castle. And his villager's going to come forward to build the castle right on top of Alvin Algoa's base. And maybe that'll
I see that.
Alvin Algoda. Go. Alvin Algoda to take this engagement.
Wait, so we've got Alan Walker, Alvin, Algona. Somehow we can turn this into Alvin and the Chipmunks. We can make this happen.
Somehow.
That's what I was hearing.
We rearrange all the letters.
Yes.
Oh my god, look at how many villagers
so many.
Forward with.
I wonder. No, these were 4th and 5th ranked going into this match as far as this tournament's concerned, so kind of strange to see. Actually, I think I might have fallen a little bit behind there. I wasn't going at full speed, but now we're okay. Now there's only a few seconds. Yeah, he backed up that castle a little bit. Maybe it was a little too close there. But I think once this castle up, yeah, we'll see Alan Walker push in and be perfectly fine with that.
And what is Alvin Algoa's response? Of course, more towers. It's gonna push in, but the castle's already at 100% basically.
Right, and there we go.
And he's gonna have to go back for now.
I think we're gonna see some of these man shots. Oh, I think he's committing to this fight.
Oh boy. He's gonna win here.
He thinks he's got this. Like, I got this. I got so many. You've never seen this much infantry before. Can't fight this. Nobody knows how to fight this.
90% of them are dead, and they haven't even started. So there's the GG.
Just the single G. This was game.
Yeah, G.
There we go. Alan Walker was even dropping a second time.
That was a little bit entertaining. I saw from the early game, just When you go full infantry, don't throw away all your infantry to kill the archery ranges. Bear in mind, an archery range costs about 175 resources, and 2 men-at-arms cost about the same as an archery range as far as total resources. So don't throw away too many men-at-arms for your opponent's archery ranges.
Yeah, I saw that a couple times. Seemed to be fighting back and forth about it. Yeah, it was kind of. I saw so many men-at-arms going in and out after that, kind of dancing around it. It happens. Huh. But so there you go. There's a nice fast forward into end of game weekend Smackdown. Little thing for you there. Little experience with it. There's another taste of some of the things we get to see when we do this.
Do you want to watch the end of Tiger versus Kong?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's jump in. If we can, it looks like it's not. Looks like maybe they don't have the spectator on. I don't know. Late spectate.
It says late spectate is yes. Interesting.
It's not loading for me.
This is weird. Me too.
You would have thought they would have started though.
Yeah, it looks like they did. Weird.
Maybe Kong is still taking a smoke break.
Yeah, it's not updated on the brackets yet, so this game should be going on.
All right, I'm gonna jump into Alan Walker versus Baki lobby.
Okay, so that's actually gonna be a round 3 game, but
okay,
let's go after it. And hi, Lee.
I've never seen a player from Nepal yet, so that's kind of new. Alan Walker is apparently from Nepal.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't think I've known that before. Don't think I've seen anybody from Nepal either playing. Cool. Let's see. We haven't seen Baki play yet, but we did just see Alan Walker. Let's see. I believe he was the Huns that game. Have that. Gotta have that down, right?
No, he was the player that we just for Alan Walker.
Yeah, he was the Huns last match, correct?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Which was great on that particular map.
Any particular reason?
The two different maps, the two different styles of map that we see can really, can throw like a monkey wrench out there as far as which civilization to pick.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand that it totally runs to two different types of play styles. I don't think you can really can't plan around that.
So we talked about those unique aspects of some maps, and this is one of those unique aspects of Yucatan. I'd like to see in another one of these God damn, weekend Smackdowns. I'd like to see
I got this part.
Salt Marsh get played as well.
Nobody just introduce it and stop right before WSD. I got it. Just say something. No, now you're on the spot. I can't think of it. I'll just jump in for you with the weekend Smackdown. Be the hype guy with the voice.
I'm so glad to be casting this.
Weekend Smackdown.
There you go.
All right, so it's still continuously. Did I mention to you that it's hidden pick throughout the tournament?
Yeah.
Okay. So we might see. Let's see if we see Huns again.
I'm gonna be thinking in the intros now when I say my name is, and then we could have a John Cena meme come out. Weekend Smackdown.
We're definitely thinking about what civs they're going for. Let's see. So far, what we've seen is saw some Ethiopians, Slavs, Berbers, Huns, Malay. Or no, not
Really
Malay.
a lot of different
Malians. Malians. I keep saying Malay. So does this map really? This map lends itself to picking pretty much anybody. What do you think? What if we could see some? How about some Vietnamese?
I'm still thinking about that John Cena thing. What if we posted a video to the Voobly official YouTube where we just start casting a game, and then as soon as we do, my name is, and then we do a John Cena meme.
I like it. Let's do it.
And then that's the end of the video. No games. That's it.
How many trumpets? All the trumpets?
All the trumpets.
All the trumpets. Nice. What do you think? Think we got any player possibly picking like the Vietnamese?
They got buffed a lot in the next balance, but we're not using that balance yet. So until they get buffed, I don't think so.
I was trolling you that time. I knew that one.
Oh. Okay.
Oh no, I wanted to see like how's he gonna make this one nice. Yeah, Willis Vietnamese. You know, there's reasons. No Willis. It's a shame because I really liked their concept. I liked the Rattan Archer.
Well, they'll be better the next buff. So I don't think we should worry about the Vietnamese anymore. I think they'll be good.
Cool. That's good to know.
For the next buff, the Rattan archers are stronger. They have more HP, and the regular archers are stronger in the feudal age and castle age.
Ooh, that's nice.
So that's a very big buff.
Yeah, so archers, so that made me think like just getting countered by skirms. One of the things I've been seeing a lot in I'll say this like 1400 level play, you see a lot of people go archers and pikemen, not realizing that that their opponent can just defend with just skirms. I've been seeing that a lot lately for some reason.
Yeah, sometimes sometimes in my games, in the heat of the moment, you really don't think about these things. But that's something a good player would, of course, pick up on.
All right, so we've got Spec Delay coming in, so we'll be in this game in a little bit less than a minute and a half.
Have you seen the new T90 shirt?
I have not. Is it the I think I knew of it though. I forget what it was gonna say. But go ahead. I don't remember. Oh, sorry. I was face palming and like trying to remember. What I said was I think I knew of it, but I didn't see it. I forget what's on it.
I'll tell you after this game.
Oh, what? Okay.
You'll have to wait. We already started the game.
I know, just funny. It's like, oh, I'll tell you after this game.
Next time.
All right, well, hi everybody. This is Willis, and I'm joined today by nobody. This is round 3 of Weekend Smackdown. Right now, we're going to see Alan Walker. He's in teal, playing as the Huns, up against Baki in blue, playing as the Spanish.
Each of these players have already won 2 of their previous matches in this round. And yeah, they're choosing their own civilizations. I think Baki's the higher rated player here. He might be the highest rated player in this particular week's tournament. And which civilization would you pick?
Let's see. Well, let's see. You can't take map into account, like you don't know ahead of time. I think Huns for versatility. It's just you can make any decision. What we've seen so far in this map and what I've been learning today is pretty much any strategy goes on Yucatan. And if there's any civ that can kind of do any strategy goes, that would be the Huns. So I think that's the pick here that I would go with. What do you think, nobody?
Yeah, so the Huns I see as excelling on like raiding and cavalry archers, which is going to be very hard to do with how thick these wood lines are. And Baki can maybe make some good use out of conquistadors if he's able to get a castle up in the middle and be able to raid with those. So I think I actually prefer Spanish in this situation.
Oh, okay, cool. Good to get that input. Thank you. Let's see.
Taking a look at this Yucatan map, it's certainly a lot different than the previous 2 ones we've seen.
Yeah, it's definitely. It's got the river.
Lots of different pathways through it.
Yeah, it's like it's there, but it's not really blocking path too much. I guess you could still wall it off, but in this case, at least for Baki, he could just wall off his own base. God, man, he really does have thick wood mines. So that wasn't supposed to sound like anything.
You know what it was supposed to sound like.
It wasn't, nobody, I swear. Do we have? I don't think we have a thick meme.
So I think these are the two probably. This is the highest rated match that we've seen as far as if you combine both players' skill levels. So I'm a little interested to see how they're gonna refine their builds a little bit. So I see 4 villagers on wood for Alan Walker, and the same thing for Baki.
So 4 villagers on wood this early. Are we thinking possibly seeing more of like a fast castle kind of build? I think.
I was think maybe, but I'm thinking that definitely we'll see a barracks early.
Okay.
Because of this.
Alrighty.
Oh boy!
What is he gonna? Is he gonna
really
lose?
close to killing his own boar. Baki was shooting it with the villagers from the town center.
I saw that for a sec there. Baki's going forward with some villagers. Okay, no, just take the deer. Okay, just getting ready.
Yeah, but so Baki, it looks like he's going to take the deer here, but he's probably going to build a mill here, and also probably going to build a barracks right in the middle of that little choke point there, a little bit later on.
It's worth noting. I don't think Alan Walker got a deer patch. I don't think one spawned. That or he pushed them all in already. I don't think that happened either. Huh.
Yeah, that is a little interesting.
Oh, there it is. I found it. It's over to the right. Oh
yeah,
man.
I see it.
Struggle bus nobody. Well, welcome again, everybody. Sorry about that.
So Alan Walker is going to get the berries though before the deer, and Baki's going to get the deer before the berries. So that's a nice little advantage for Baki. And I wouldn't be surprised to see both players dropping a barracks right about now.
Let's see, do we see one from either player yet, though? I believe, yeah, you're right on calling out. They definitely have the wood. What?
Baki might lose a villager here. It's getting pretty close. Trying to block it. What is Alan Walker doing? He's running straight through the town center. Oh no! Oh, but it's villager.
I don't think it's worth it. Not losing your scout over that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But at least there was a little bit of a mutual destruction there.
Yeah. Like I said, losing your scout, especially on a map like this where we can see pretty much any strategy goes. It's unsafe. That gives the upper hand to Baki here. Now he's able to make maneuvers. And Alan Walker won't know what's coming at him whatsoever. So does that change when you know the other player has lost their scout? Do you usually do you think you maybe change what you're going for?
Changes a ton.
But do you change your strategy knowing you can surprise them with anything? I normally see a lot of players follow up that with like
dictate the strategy. Your opponent kind of has to guess, and if they make the wrong guess, then they could be really in a bad position. So Alan Walker's going to go with his barracks right now, a little bit late. I'm guessing both players will look towards a fast castle build because there's just so much food available on this map, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them going up early on like 25 pop. But right now, Baki with the scout able to see every single thing that Alan Walker is doing. As long as he doesn't run into the town center here, which he's going to get pretty close. But Baki could just play a reactive game now. He doesn't have to, do anything that he doesn't want to do.
That's good. That's good. We can always see Alan Walker could have even been going for scouts anyway. So it's possible I won't be too far behind scouting wise. Maybe we'll get a scout out. Or if he's going for a scout build anyway.
Yeah, but he's going to have so much food banked up that if you wanted to go for a scout build, why not go up earlier?
Ah, gotcha.
So I think, yeah, he's going to go for a fast castle build.
You think they both are with how much food they have in the bank?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I think Alan Walker's a little bit too early though.
They're going up on
unless
23.
He wants to use the market to sell like 100 wood for some gold.
Yeah, he's a little bit early on villager count there, going up at 23 instead of 26. But sure, he'll make it work one way or another.
And this is like the result of losing your scout early. Alan Walker's gonna wall up pretty heavily this early on. So this is just wasted villager time for him. Eventually you're going to wall off anyway, but the later you can do it, the better.
Okay. he just kind of has to because anything could be coming in. He has nothing.
He has no idea.
Okay. Looks like Baki's not really going to press that advantage too much. He's just walling wherever he sees fit. Oh, and he did wall all the way over to the right, so he has a large chunk of map to work with.
Yeah, it's a very convenient wall for him.
I would like to see maybe more Boars Lord in throughout the day here. Because all the extra boars on the map, I guess they're just too far away.
I figure the players have enough food. Why do they need to
That's
risk
a good point,
themselves
yeah.
anymore with any more boar?
Good point, good point.
So Alan Walker, yeah, he's a little bit too quick to go up to the feudal age, and he's still lacking a little bit of food here. Lacking one of his buildings, I believe. And Baki should have a much cleaner build, as he's already got the food, already has the gold.
Yep, and both buildings are dropped. Blacksmith Market over on the left there.
Yeah, and not surprising, Baki is going to stone. Conquistadors can be quite effective on these kinds of maps. Just place a castle in the middle of the map, locks down half the map, and really your opponent can't wall too well. And Conquistadors just can do their thing.
Ooh, Alan Walker has a really bad mix click. He's accidentally building a second blacksmith.
Oh, that is horrible.
That's real bad.
He's gonna find out.
And that palace, he's gonna break through with that palisade. Baki says G.
Yeah.
He's calling it now, trying to get some smack talk out.
I think Alan Walker has to know that that's a second blacksmith. Sorry, Baki has to know that's a second.
I think he does. I think he sees it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. He knows. Yep.
Yeah, even taunting a little bit.
Yeah. Really unfortunate. I don't think I've seen that before. Any sort of tournament play.
All right, so here.
Oh yikes!
Baki's really rubbing it in here.
Well, if there's ever been any mind games, I mean, this would be the time to do it. He actually has a reason.
Yeah,
but
but
Alan Walker with all that.
Baki's in a great position though.
Oh
His
yeah.
castle's gonna be ready to go. Alan Walker's very late to going into the next stage. Those palisades don't stand very long against conquistadors anyway. And I believe that Alan Walker's still open on the bottom actually, where his gold mine is.
Oh, is he? Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Not to mention the big, he's completely open on the left as well.
Right. Do you think Baki will run around, or do you think he's just gonna blast through the front?
It doesn't matter either way. He could do a lot of damage either way. I think Alan Walker's going to have to go with a monk defense to be able to do something here.
Okay. I think, yes. I was wondering where Baki was going to drop the castle. I think with those mind games, I think doing the castle drop as well is the right choice here. You're going to put it, he's going to put it right on that table.
Because Alan Walker can build the scout. He could build a tower really quickly. But Baki's going to take that risk. And I wouldn't take that risk if I was Baki. I think it's just unnecessary, but that could be a game-winning castle right there.
Actually, I think he missed a spot, unless there's a tree there, walling off that stable. But I think the scouts could still come around the side.
That's just to make it look pretty.
But that castle's gonna go up completely unchallenged. That's not good. It's not good for Alan Walker. I'd like to see something out of him from that.
So that castle's basically going to make it impossible to wall. It's going to take out the blacksmith and stable eventually. And Alan Walker needs to get up with the monastery right away. And there he goes.
Okay. It's about, I believe it's 4 or 5 conks to pick off a villager that you start raiding around with, correct?
You could run around with one at this stage.
That's true.
But I think it's a big mistake actually for Alan Walker to invest in the Bloodlines upgrade. Cavalry's not going to be... Oh man. Knights are not going to be able to do anything here.
Is that a second castle? That is a second castle coming in.
Wow. That's not normal.
Oh, and it's actually in a really good spot. Alan Walker can't get to him. I didn't notice that.
He'll be able to take out the second blacksmith.
Oh man. Poor Alan Walker.
So Alan Walker goes with 2 blacksmiths, and Baki raises him by two
castles. in all seriousness, that castle's gonna range any monks that come out of there. Maybe no.
What he
Not
should
if
have
they
done
leave
is
from the
built
back.
the castle right atop of the blacksmith.
Really play the mind games. Really mess with him.
Yeah, put both castles on top of
Oh,
the blacksmith.
yeah, that monk did get taken out right away.
You have to be really quick with the monk micro with when you're going against conquistadors.
Right. I was talking about now that that castle's up, the monk came out of the monastery and immediately got taken out. I hear conversion somewhere. Okay, there it is. Let's see. And is that one conversion? Yeah, we got one conversion in for Alan Walker. Oh, but it's the weakest conch out of the bunch.
What if the monks came out of the monastery and it got shut down by the castle? GG.
Yikes. Well, that was a...
Oh boy. Not a very close game. And
no.
Some big mistakes leading to the early victory for Baki.
Yeah, that's definitely... I'll say, don't see too many players try to win with style. I'm calling that one attempting to win with style.
At the very least, I think we've seen every version of Yucatan, though. I think every other version looks something like these.
Okay. Cool. Alright, so I think we'll... If that other game... Oh, wait, no, we'll have one more round 3 game before the final to check up on. So taking a look at the bracket, there's still something going on with Conk Forever and Tiger 93. That game might not be over. Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sent it everywhere. Probably I sent it the most helpful place last.
And yeah, that game is a little bit tied up. Perhaps, let's see. Maybe Tiger 93 is giving Kong Forever a good run for his money.
Possibly. Maybe it's worth checking out.
You can't actually see it.
Yeah, I don't know why we can't join in for some reason. Ah, okay. Tiger might have left or something? Not sure.
Maybe. Are you saying Tiger left the game and now Kong has to destroy every military building?
I don't know if they're in game. I don't know if they played yet. I'm trying to get an answer on that.
Should be an admin win then.
Oh, yeah, definitely at this point. Just trying to get that answer.
But you have to have the tournament keep going.
Yeah. But it says busy, so that would mean they're in game, correct?
Yeah, but maybe it's paused.
Okay. Ah, okay, they're about to start right now, apparently. Interesting.
They're about to start the game right now?
Yes.
Can you tell them to so we can watch it? They haven't started already.
I don't think so. No, they definitely haven't started already. I can't. You can get in the game, I just can't spec myself for some reason.
Yeah, same thing.
Weird. Really weird. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Okay, so the next matchup will be. So yeah, we have to wait for this game before the next one plays. So it'll be the winner of Tiger and Kong versus the winner of that will be versus HJFE.
Yeah. So we got Backy as our first person advanced to the final then. Okay, cool.
I have a lot of streamers active on today's Sunday. Lots of times, a lot of streamers don't actually stream on Sunday.
That's good. I noticed early this morning I was checking, like I try to keep an eye on faces I haven't seen before, and I was like, there was a lot this morning. I'm like, whoa, this is really picking up. This is strange, nobody. Oh, it's making me want to jump in that Legacy of the Huns game and see what's going on.
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
But since I'm not the streamer, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
I like it. I see your game. There you go.